What is up, OSIMA Ball Reviews? Keegan here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Storm Night Road. Let's go part by part and see what makes this ball what it is. Let's start with the inside and work our way out from there. It has the FE2 core, which is a 257 RG and a 46 differential in 15 pounds. I throw 15 pounds. And I've always had an interesting relationship with the FE2 core, and every single high road I've ever had, no matter the layout on it, it has been the most flaring ball I've ever had, and typically the latest flaring ball. I don't know what's up with that. I think just the way I roll the ball matched up with the internals of it just give it that real dynamic reaction. I'm not upset about it either. It's honestly a pretty good reaction to have. And I think what made me the most excited for this one, it's after having heard everyone not like the other smoother high roads, the solid was a dud for some reason. The max was a dud, and the most well received out of all the smoother high roads was the nano, but nano's already very blendy, but it still has a fair bit of shape. So it's kind of like, I get how that one was more well received, but it still wasn't, the most popular one. With this being REX, I feel it bridges that gap of stronger and smoother cover while still maintaining enough shape to let the high road do its thing. Let that FE2 weight block do what it's known to do. And that's exactly what I saw out of this one. I got it about a week after release day, and I actually threw it at a tournament last Sunday. I know it took me a while to get this video, huh? But I got to throw it at a tournament, literally playing 5th arrow and sending out into the friction, and just having it come back. A lot of people saw theirs be a little bit slower at first. I did not see that at all. But honestly, it's definitely the slowest high road that I've personally had the experience of throwing, as I never threw a solid nano or max. The other closest thing was I threw a high road X, but this one is just something special. Now, let's head on to the lane, and I'll actually show you why I like this ball so much. Alright, so now we're here on lane with the Night Road, and you can kind of see why I like it so much. It is not a smooth ball. As you can see, once it starts to see the friction, it starts going. But in terms of balls that are on the angular side, it's definitely the smoothest that I have thrown in a while. Honestly, it's probably smoother than my Volt Solid, which has similar core numbers but a much different cover. As you can see, I'm really playing around the 3rd and 4th arrow here, just kind of throwing it out into the friction, out of the oil. I am trying to get it to start hooking a little bit later in the lane, just because it does help me manage overreaction or any potential for it. But as you can see, when it does actually start to see the friction, it does start moving off of it, but it doesn't jump off of it like a lot of mid-symmetric high RG pearls, or even some like traditionally smoother pearls like the Zen, or like the Fate will most likely be, or even like the Phase 3. It's definitely a touch smoother than those, directly off the spot, but it also does see the friction a little bit earlier than those. And granted, that may just be surface. But for me, I was hoping for this to be a little bit closer to the Spectre originally, whenever I was drilling up and everything. But compared to the Spectre, which I did throw, it did not look good, so I don't have any footage for it. It was definitely earlier, a little bit smoother, and just more usable. Spectre, I had to get it just right, just the right amount of friction, but with the bigger footprint of REX versus R3S, you just had a little bit more misroom. Now, here later, I did actually move a little bit further left, try to play around 4th arrow, just to kind of give it a little bit more room, because I was seeing a lot more friction to the right. I don't think I was playing on a ton of mills, even though it was just kind of like a 40-foot house shot. And yes, I am bowling on a house shot here, not a sports shot. I didn't get any sports shot footage, sadly, although it did come into play later in the day. Which I feel that's going to be kind of the trend with this ball. It's definitely not a game 1 ball unless you're saying like lighter mill, medium condition. But later in the day, you're definitely going to see some play out of this one. It's honestly surprisingly good from deep. I do, like, here you see I literally like hooked the whole lane with it, just slow rolling it. Then I decided to play it straighter on this last shot, just to kind of see what happens, and it still looked good. It, honestly, this does feel one of the more usable high roads. I always have an OG high road, even though I've never really necessarily loved the OG high road. But this one is special. It's already going in my league bag, which is just a phase 2. Now this ball and a spare ball, as I have started to use my spare ball again. But let's talk about a potential 5 balls plus your spare ball that this would fit into. Let's start with the 1 ball, your big ball. I say go infinite physics, keep it at like 2000, and just have it, because it's the infinite physics is the smoothest pearl ball I've ever thrown, regardless of surface. It just rolls. Honestly, it may be smoother than my gym. If I'm just being 100% with you, it's just, it gets into that roll. I love the atomic core, and it works. Then, honestly, I say go for a phase 2. We're going to try to keep it storm, all the way down the line here. Then, of course, sniper road can be your middle ball. Step below that, you have a couple of options there. If you're needing a larger gap, go like for one of the electrifies out of the pearl or the go. Or if you're wanting something just kind of different shape that'll work a little bit better as there's a bit more friction, go for like a high road pearl. I do believe there is enough separation between the covers to justify having the same core shape, even in a tiered bag. And then for that last ball slot before your spare ball, if you just want to have it as an option because you really don't know what you're going to see in League, throw a pitch black in there. Or you want to be the person who has all the new stuff, get a Fate. Not a Fate. I don't know what I'm talking about. Get a Zen U. And then have your spare ball. But yeah, I say go for that urethane option, or go for like a tropical or something. You You got options for that last one and the fourth slot as well, but honestly, I say just those first three, pretty good bag. Now, I am putting this for ball slot rankings. I'm putting this at a strong 3. If you just have a ton of rev rate and throw it real slow, it'll probably be a 2 for you. You can make that cover make it move if you really, really want to. And then on top of that, don't really have much else to say other than this is a pretty good ball. I really enjoyed throwing it, and I'm excited for the future of REX, considering how different each ball has played with it. Honestly, this ball just makes me more excited for the Fate, which is going to be even different. But yeah. Now, I do ask, vote in the comments, or we'll have a poll up on the community page or something. What do you want to see? I am getting a Sunstorm. Do you want to see it compared to a Crux Prime? Or do you want to see both the Sunstorm and the Fate compared to the Pro Motion? Let us know. I'm still debating on which one I want to get. Now, I'm Keegan. This has been OSIMA Ball Reviews. Oh shoot, I missed again. Hope I don't miss y'all next time. Thank you for watching.